Steve, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story that I seen earlier today that intrigued me, and I wanted to share it with you. And it shows the irresponsibility and lack of compassion people have for each other, especially when they do something to each other. For some reason, it's a radical shift in the mindset of a lot of American people, whether they're troublemakers or not. And it's no reason why. I mean, it goes back to, how can I say this? It's no wonder that there's so many hit and runs because of the irresponsibility of people nowadays and not wanting to get caught doing something, whether it's an accident or not. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about a story where a lady, pictured here on the scooter, this is from a camera that before the act happened, was riding the e-scooter on the sidewalk at a pretty good speed. And she killed an Asian man as he came out. She crashed into him and she caused horrific injury to him, and he didn't recover from it, put it that way. Take a look at this, and it's just crazy how, you know, human beings can see someone needs help after they did something accidentally to them and then take off out of fear or just not caring. Take a look at this story. This is truly sad.
But first, a tragic crash in Koreatown. A man dies days after he was hit by someone on an e-scooter. Welcome to KCAL News at 6 on CBS Los Angeles. I'm Gio Insignares.
And I'm Leslie Marin. We're also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. Well, a date night turns deadly after a man leaving a restaurant in Koreatown is hit by a woman on an e-scooter. And
KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock spoke with the victim's niece. She's live in Koreatown with the latest on the investigation. Nicole.
Well, the victim was a big part of this community here in Koreatown, and tonight his family told me they wonder if the woman who hit him took off after the fact because she was just in a panic about it. Well, they want her to know that he later died, and they also want the city to do more about where and how fast people are riding around on these electric scooters.
She wants people out there to know that these scooters are dangerous.
Jenny Kim just lost the love of her life. Her husband of 40 years, 65-year-old Donnie Kim.
I don't think this person riding along on a scooter realized that she killed a person.
The couple was out to dinner in Koreatown back on September 12th. Security cameras were rolling as Donnie stepped out onto the sidewalk, and this woman riding a Lime scooter slammed right into him. The collision sent Donnie to the ground, where he hit his head on the concrete.
She just felt really helpless and scared because she said he's bleeding out on the sidewalk, and she's looking for her phone, trying to assist him. And these people, they didn't even help her or offer help, but they left.
Donnie's niece says he initially declined to go to the hospital because he didn't want anyone to make a big fuss about him being hurt. But as soon as he got home, he started vomiting, a telltale sign of a traumatic brain injury. They called an ambulance and rushed him to Cedars-Sinai.
They said that they can't operate. The damage is too far gone.
And this week, Donnie was declared brain dead and taken off of life support. The LAPD is investigating this as a felony hit and run and trying to identify this woman in the pink t-shirt. The scooter company Lime provides riders with maps of where they can and can't ride and where they need to slow down. In a written statement, they said Lime is deeply saddened by this incident and our heart goes out to the victim. We're investigating this matter internally and stand ready to assist the police in any way we can.
There's no enforcement if they ride on the sidewalk, which they're not supposed to, and there's just, you see it everywhere. People are riding it without helmets, and it's dangerous.
And you do have to download the Lime app on your phone and pay to use it with a credit card. So it's likely that there is information investigators can use to determine who rented that particular scooter. But if you recognize the woman from that security video, the LAPD would like to hear from you. Reporting live in Koreatown, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
That's the story of this man. Said he was 60-something years old. He said 65, I think. These people are stupid. And they're very insensitive. First of all, you ain't supposed to be riding one of those e-scooters on the street. Only time you're on the street with on a sidewalk. Only time you're on the sidewalk with an e-scooter is when you're getting it up, picking it up from one of them charging depots where it's at, where you got to put your bank card to rent it and tap it in. Then you take it and you go out in the street. they shouldn't have been riding on the sidewalk. I don't know who was following who. Remember, it was a man with her. And that's the part that makes this upsetting. You seen your girl or mom or whoever she was run into somebody, jump up, and you allowed her to leave and you left with her. Did you see how violently that person hit their head? When he fell, his arm was like this. He couldn't even brace himself. Slammed his head against the concrete bag. Said he started bleeding out in his head. Lady was searching for a cell phone. They got up, dusted their self off, and just left. Just like any other hit and run in a car, but they did it on a scooter. How insensitive can you be? She made it worse by fleeing. And then another thing is this. If you look at this whole thing in a nutshell, right? If she had stayed and called the ambulance, it was an accident. If she had stayed and called the ambulance, right? It could have saved his life. It's too much. Remember that he went home. Now, you know what I think? Reason why he got up and was like, I don't worry about it. You know, he was bleeding profuse out the back of his head. He was embarrassed and it was a scene created and he didn't want to look like he was really that hurt. And he didn't want people, you know, people get like that when they hurt and people be like, stay down and stuff. You know, a lot of times, especially in men, we try to get up and act like it wasn't nothing, even though it's hurting like hell. It's foul. If she had stayed there, they could have called the ambulance to the scene. If he had up and left then, it would have cleared her of any wrongdoing because the EMS was on the way. And I'm sure his wife would have made him sit there until EMS came, which would have cleared the lady and the man up. But no, they jumped up like scared little kids doing some crazy stuff and they drove off and left this man on the ground hurt. Any type of head injury when somebody hit their head real bad. And I know the guy seen it because he was in front behind her. He could have been like, yo, this dude's hurt bad. Nah, we ain't going nowhere. Let's help him. This guy needed help from you people and you walked away. That's the part, you walked away. That's sad. And it's 100% her fault because she shouldn't have been on the sidewalk anyway. Any type of head trauma deserves medical attention. You should always seek medical attention. Even if you feel okay. Said he went home. Started vomiting. Signs of a traumatic brain injury. By the time he got to the hospital, they said there's nothing they can do. I don't know what was wrong with him, but it proved to be fatal. Woman lost her husband, and you just got up and rode. And that's my thing. You can't tell me you didn't hear these people say, hey, where you going? Don't leave. Stop. You drove off, turned your back on a man bleeding on the ground for something you did. You don't feel nothing from it. I know you've seen the news. People need to turn themselves in. Because the longer it takes to find you, once you are found, all the lying and denying you try to do is going to look even worse because once they come get you, they got you. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. It's like people have no human decency or just respect for lives other than their own. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.